Roger William, I be ballin'. Hey, welcome to the I be ballin' basketball show. It's your girl Ashley. I be ballin'. We're gonna review the Netflix movie Redeem Team, right? Team USA, USA basketball. But before we get right into it, welcome William, W-I double L, Will. Yeah,
But
Road to William. Tell us about yourself and your show.
uh, I'd be reviewing people and doing interviews and stuff, movie reviews. Um, yeah, I'll just be over in my own world, chilling, vibing. Come check me out, Road to William. Subscribe. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, travel, get on the road to William. You know what I mean? Get on that journey. Yeah, get on that plane. Get on whatever transportation you want. The trains, the cars. If you want to walk, you know. But yeah, it's a dope channel. Covers a lot of icons. Covers local, artists from Milwaukee, 414, you already know, and covers music, LGBTQ, then movies, then TV shows, reviews, education, voting, the whole entertainment, the whole news, the whole shebang, one stop shop,
Yeah.
and you don't
Convenience
stop.
store.
Huh?
Online convenience store.
You already know. Yeah, today, so we watched, well, the Olympics just got done. The Olympics just got done with the team winning gold. So that's dope. It was an iconic team. And I'm going to do a separate episode probably about comparing a lot of the teams because, some people say the dream team with Jordan and Charles Barkley and them, Magic Johnson and them is the best. Some people say it's this team that we're going to review, the Redeem team, because of everything they had to overcome, and some people say it's this year's Olympic team with LeBron, and then you have Curry, and you have KD. So I'll probably, do a separate episode comparing all three of them, seeing who's best, But this episode, we're going to review the Redeem team. It's about how usually USA basketball for the men, well, the women, they don't got this problem. The women, they take care of business. Even though they won by 1 point, and people are like, oh, they won by 1 point. It doesn't matter. We won. We won the goal. It doesn't matter how many you win by, you won. But you know, with the Redeem team, there was a lot of drama because usually it's like you want USA to be the best, especially in basketball, right? But things started to happen. The international players started catching up to the US. They were bonding over years and years. And obviously, as you guys know, that the, overseas talent is growing. Even you have with today, you have Luka Doncic, Giannis, you have Nikola Jokic, you had Dirk Nowitzki back in the day. But throughout the years, they was usually sending, college players, but then they started to lose. And then there was the year in Iraq, 9/11 happened, where, some players, they was like, nah, I don't want to go over there and play, overseas. But usually this is basically about how, the US, they was stinking up the joint, over a couple of years. Like I think the college team, they went 9 out of 10. But obviously the NBA got more global once, the Dream Team 92. Hey, 92. A lot of great things happened, like I was born. But anyway, but as you can see, the team started to grow. Think about this. You had Spain, Paul Gasol and Marc Gasol, the two brothers. You had Yao Ming, China, right? You had Manu, who was Argentina. You had all these different teams. Even now, there's Canada now. There's France. France was in the gold medal team.
Hmm.
But so they just thought sending a bunch of talented players over there, they thought, hey, we're going to win. We have the best talent. Let's just send over anybody. It stopped working. It really stopped working. They tried in 2004, they lost. They had a lot of talented players. Some players declined, but they had talented players. They had Richard Jefferson, Tracy McGrady. Let me see who else they had. Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, Allen Iverson, Marbury, Tim Duncan, Vince Carter, Lamar Odom, Carlos Boozer, just to name a few. Emeka. So those are talented players, but they didn't get the job done. And then, um, 2008. Wait, no, 2006. It was the FIBA World Cup. So they had to participate just to qualify. They lost again. And then, 2008. That's when 2008 the Redeem Team. That's when they was in China trying to redeem themselves. But they started taking it really, really, really more serious, right? They started over 3 summers. They would, come together over 3 summers and compete, get to know each other because you need chemistry, you need bonding, right? And then they had got Coach K. You can't just grab any coach. Coach K, he's legendary for Duke and USA basketball. They also had to get a good, commissioner to put the teams together. They got Jerry Colangelo. He's good at putting teams together. He's been in the NBA in the front offices because you have to adjust to different rules. There's a different ball that you use, different rules, and a lot of overseas teams, they're playing, you know, while they're in the NBA playing, they're still playing overseas. So most of the guys that are playing in all these Olympics, they already got the chemistry because they've spent months and months and years together, growing up together, playing for their official team, right? And so they had to really sacrifice for the country, put the egos aside, and a big part of them winning was Kobe, I think. But when you watch the Redeem Team movie, what is one word that you would, you know, describe this movie? Like, if you had to pick one word, what's the word that you pick?
I would pick dedication.
Okay, 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 okay. Dedication, because they had to dedicate themselves to this process because it wasn't just, oh, let me just go over there, have a nice time, nice trip. No, they had to dedicate over a couple of years to get this thing rolling. I would say sacrifice. You definitely have to sacrifice because you can't just say, I'm just going to play my game. No, you got to really bond, build that chemistry up, get to know strengths and weaknesses. What can some players that play 30 plus minutes a game in the NBA and starting, you might have to just play 20 minutes a game and come off the bench, you know? Um, I think Dwayne Wade was coming off the bench sometimes. Sometimes Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony really came off the bench scoring those threes. I think one time he had like 37 points and he only played like 14 minutes and he got real hot. But do you have a favorite scene in the movie that you remember that you like, oh, that scene was dope?
I really liked, and the reason I chose the word dedication, it took me back to that scene where they saw Kobe getting up at like 5 a.m. to go to the gym. I think that kind of like made them take it more serious. Um, and one more part I liked was that they started going to different parts of the Olympics together to show support. And I think that like kind of helped, Kobe and like helping the WNBA the way he did. I think that kind of inspired him to help more. Like showing support is really how you help things grow. So those two scenes I really enjoyed.
Yeah, because it definitely shows that, you want to support other sports and the men and the women, but you're also bonding as a team. You're not just going back to your hotel and you're, because when you get to know each other off the court, it helps on the court as well. Nice scenes. I like those scenes too. Of course, I like all the basketball scenes. I think, of course, the Kobe stories, because they released this movie, I think, after he died. I think a scene I like is when he slammed through his teammate Paul Gasol, and they're like, "Nah, you ain't gonna do that to your teammate." And they're brothers, like they're real close brothers. And still to this day, Paul Gasol he visits Kobe's daughters and wife because I think he might be like a godparent for one of them or maybe a couple of them, but he's still that's like a real family. And so I like how Paul Gasol was like, yeah, he was like sort of playing mind games. I guess they had dinner or something together, and and then Kobe was like, "I'm gonna go right through his chest," and that wasn't like a soft, that was like boom, just to let you know it's on and popping. It's to let Spain know and Paul Gasol know, but it's also to let his other teammates know, like, yo, it's on and popping. This is not no buddy stuff. Like we trying to win. And so I think I really like that because it shows you how Kobe was a leader and how he showed, people, what it takes. And also he tried to, I think this helped Kobe change people's perception of him because, Kobe was going through a tough time, because people call him a ball hog and he had issues with Shaq and he was asking for a trade and, I think he may have had that Canada scandal before or after this, maybe before. But I think it helped other players bond with him too, because usually Kobe is like a loner, practices alone, But I think this helped people see other sides of him, so that was cool. And I saw this one clip. This is when Jeremy Lin was on the Lakers. Cause I remember when Jeremy Lin was had that big couple games with the Knicks. Kobe was acting like he didn't know who Jeremy Lin was, and then they was on the team together. This is years later, and some of the stuff he said in practice, I was like, whoa, no wonder, Kobe was so good because he was talking ish to his teammates and talking ish like, nah, he's scared. Shoot that, you scared. And then Jeremy Lin shot it, and then he's like, I baited you right into that ish. uh, and it kind of reminds me of like Michael Jordan, sort of way. I guess they kind of see it as helping the teammates. But I like the Kobe stories and the basketball scenes, of course. Is there anything that you learned from this film, from a player, from a scene?
More I think about not just Kobe, but like LeBron too, because that was kind of like they said the I wouldn't say the peak, but like the rising of LeBron's career, and I think being in the Olympics helps the top, some of the top players of the U.S. kind of like go back to their home teams and kind of like build from that experience because I think that kind of shows it's like a camp so they can lead the team when they come back. I think it's good skills. Having a good coach was important too because I think he helped set the tone of what it was. Like it's not like one of these, look, we just trying to win a game. It's like, yeah, that's the goal, but like in order to do that, we have to strip away the egos and all that, leave all that at the door because we have to go in here as a team, which it is. It's like you're fighting for your country in a sense. And this is the one of the ways to do it. So it's like you have to take this serious. So like they said, they was like, we don't want to see Kobe be Kobe. We want to see Kobe like be a part of something. They're like it's like they're Avengers. But
Yeah,
I also realized this is where the animosity might stem from. I mean, between Carmelo and Giannis. Remember when Giannis first started out? Um, it was a moment they had, and
yeah. When Giannis was a rookie,
Mhm.
um, they got into it, and Giannis was like, "To me, he's just a jersey."
I think it, I think Carmelo felt a way that he's from Greece and they got beat by Greece. I think it stems from that.
Maybe.
Like,
Maybe he's like, I don't like Greek players no more. I don't like Greek players no more. Cause yeah, they did get beat by Greece. Um, they got beat by different other countries too. Giannis wasn't on that team, but I'm pretty sure he was in Greece cheering. Um, but I guess yeah, I know that's a good connection. Maybe I don't know. That's a good connection. Maybe that's where it stemmed from for Carmelo. Cause why you gotta pick on little Yanni? He not no big shot. He just a little skinny rookie. Picking on a little rookie. But yeah, he actually played. Giannis actually, when he plays the Knicks like for over many years, he like dominates that team. So I'm like, well, maybe that's where it stems from. Blame Carmelo, Knicks fans. But also, it could be because they drafted the Nassus, but they didn't play him. Oh no. Oh no. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, you make a good point about how it helps them with their other teams when they get back to the NBA because they probably see how other players lead or how other players sacrifice. They learn so much from other players and coaches, so they bring it to their team and they're in tip top shape. I think some people's best seasons come from, and then some people get more confident, like, hey, I made the team, I played well, now I'm going to lead my other team in the NBA. Because I know Chris Middleton been on the Olympic team, and oh, you know who was on this team? Michael Redd. Michael Redd was on the Redeem team. Chris Bosh. Because think about it, this is before the Miami Heat got together, so you
oh,
could form bonds. You form bonds with these players, and then you're like, hey, let's When are you a free agent? Oh, I'm a free agent this time. Okay. Because Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony, he had a chance of joining the Heat, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to be no fourth, you know. Because LeBron was gonna be one, Dwayne Wade gonna be one or two, Bosh is three.
But
You
don't you want good five on this floor though? It ain't
That's
about being.
true.
That's why they tried to do that in the Lakers. I don't know what was going on with that, but they was trying to make a dream team like for the Lakers, like. Because have we fully had it before? If so, what? Who are they?
Well,
Does the Bucks have that now? Did they ever have it?
a dream team, no.
Mm.
I mean, we had a big three. That's sort of like a little three because people don't really give Chris Middleton that type of credit. But yeah, Carmelo, he doesn't have a championship. He doesn't have a championship. He
Giannis,
has.
Giannis was down. He held the team. He had to.
You have to what?
He had to help the team when Giannis was down.
That's true. But the thing is, people only looked at our big three as a big three after we won. Before we won, people weren't really giving Chris Middleton credit or Drew Holiday.
They had to see it though. That's how they get the.
Right.
It's like, well, you ain't do it yet, so we can't give you that.
People were like, oh no, y'all not really a big three because, Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, they weren't really flashy players, popular players.
That's what.
That
That's why. That's really
and
why.
And then when we won, they're like, "Oh, Giannis couldn't do without the big three." And I was like, "You just want to discredit Giannis because he won, but before that, you was not seeing our big three as a big three. But now you want to give Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton credit, but only to discount Giannis. But people wasn't looking at Chris Middleton like that. And Chris Middleton, he's been a baller. He just gotta be healthy." And hopefully, with Damian, we don't have Drew Holiday now, but hopefully Damian Leonard gets ready to go. I think he's been training better. And I saw like this um interview where he was talking about the chemistry with him and Giannis. That was a good interview. Yeah. But yeah, there was some good players on this team because I think they picked better players. They had Tayshaun Prince, who's like he's one with the Pistons and he's good on defense. I think that's how they had to win with defense. Um, because sometimes you're not gonna shoot the ball the same amount of times as you did in the NBA. Sometimes you gotta lock down on defense. Who's gonna get those rebounds? Who's gonna dive on the floor? Who's gonna, take charges? Who's gonna do the dirty work? You know? It's not always about getting the buckets, you know what I mean? I did like Doug Collins talking about his past and how he, wishes he would have won for USA in the past, and I think that inspired the players. I think hearing past, stories that inspires people. Sharing the pain and connections, Um, before I go, did you have a favorite player on the Redeem team? Obviously, Kobe, Carmelo, Wade. Even Wade was like, "Yo, I gotta make this team." Gotta make this team. There was a lot of good players in there. Tyshawn Prince. Oh, Carlos Boozer. Some people like him, some people don't. Michael Redd, Chris Bosh. Oh, Jason Kidd. He used to coach for the Bucks. Dwight Howard. Yeah. Do you have a favorite player?
Um, I'm going with Kobe. Um, he had the most to gain, I think, because he had to redeem his court style and he had to redeem his character. Um, then I think he had the most to gain out of everybody else, and but everybody learned like a lesson, and everybody had to go through that for a reason. Um, but yeah, I think that's my favorite player.
Kobe's definitely my favorite because, he sets the example of hard work. He's got the Mamba mentality. He turned it into a whole brand because it's like you gotta outwork people. Who's gonna get up early and who's going to the club? You know what I mean? Who gonna sleep in and who gonna wake up, get the work done? Who's gonna get better every day? Um, because as soon as you start to go to practice, he already done with his first practice. He about to go on to his second workout, and that because a lot of people say they got the Mamba mentality, but really they like Kobe probably shaking his head like, nah, you ain't got it.
You have to continue without seeing the progress.
Oh, that's deep. That's deep. Preach
People
on
want to
that.
see
Preach
the
on
progress right away. You got
that.
to do it even when no one's looking, even when you're tired, even when, like, if you really want something, like, it was a clip somewhere. He had said something like, talent gets you so far, like, you have to, or maybe it was, I think it was actually Ray Allen said he doesn't believe in talent. Like, he believes in just putting in that work. Because if you want something, you just put that work in.
Yeah,
Mm.
because it's not always going to show. And a lot of players be like, you got to trust the work. Trust the work. You got to trust that even when, your shot's not going down. Trust that you did work hard on your shots before and it's only a matter of time,
Yeah.
you know, before, and he also was like he doesn't really believe in fear, I think he's all about working hard so you don't fear. And then if you miss a shot, you miss a shot. But as long as you worked hard on that shot, believe in yourself that it's gonna go down. Something similar to that. But yeah, and I love the clip behind you because they're all got their hands in. It's all together. It's not separate. It's all together. And before I go, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me about your experience watching USA basketball throughout the years. Who's your favorite of all time player? Because LeBron's been on so many teams. He's won multiple gold medals. But he's also been on the losing side where, he's got that bronze and he's not very happy. Um, so he had some to gain too. Like, yo, I can't be contained to be on these teams and losing. Come on. But make sure you guys go to the road to William, explore, like, comment, and subscribe. And also remember, you can fall, but you always can redeem yourselves. Get it? Redeem, same, get it? And remember, Jesus saved us. He's the Redeemer. Yes. Anything else you want to say?
No, go share this video, like, comment, subscribe. Don't be afraid to comment. Little scaredy cats, go ahead, say something.
Say something and push
And
that
do
like button.
and put if you can't put nothing else, put Mamba mentality in the comments.
Mamba mentality. Oh, yeah. Mamba forever. Mamba out.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody stay ballin'. Get better every day. Peace.